Okay, problem number 36. It says, Juan receives scores of 82, 76, 93, and 80 on his first 4 chemistry tests of the year. His goal is to have an 86% average in chemistry for his first 5 tests. What score must he earn on the next test to achieve an average of exactly 86? Okay, well, he's taken 4 tests, and he's going to take one more, and he wants his average to be 86. So that means he wants 82 plus 76 plus 93 plus 80 plus this last test, and we'll call it T. Okay, you could call it X, but it's a test, so we'll call it T. Doesn't matter. And he wants the average of that. This is over 5 because there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tests. He wants the average of that to be 86. Right? So we have to solve this equation, basically. The first thing we want to do is multiply both sides by 5 so that the 5 cancels. Right? So if I multiply this side by 5 and I multiply this side by 5, the 5's cancel out. And then I have the sum of 82, 76, 93, 80, and T. So let's do this side first. 86 times 5 equals 430. You can do that on a calculator, or we can actually go off to the side and do the work, but for the sake of time, we'll say 86 times 5 is 430. Then we want to add 82, 76, 93, and 80 together. When we add those all together, we get 331. So we have 331 plus this other test equals 430. Well, this should be nice to solve. We minus or subtract 331 from both sides. 31 from both sides. That cancels that out. We are left with T, the score, is equal to, well, if it was 330, he would need 100 points to raise it to 430, but it's 331, so instead of 100, he needs 99 points. Oops, 99. So the test score here needs to be 99 points. Okay, so that's the answer. Number 37. Says, on the accompanying grid, graph and label quadrilateral ABCD, whose coordinates are, and then they give us the coordinates. A is -1, 3, B is 2, 0, C is 2, -1, and D is -3, -1. Graph, label, and state the coordinates of A prime, B prime, C prime, and D prime. That's the little apostrophe mark means. It's read as prime. The image of ABCD under a dilation of 2, where the center of dilation is the origin. Okay, so basically what this means, dilation of 2, means that we're going to multiply all the coordinates here, all these numbers, -1, 3, 2, 0, 2, -1. We're going to multiply all those coordinates by 2. And the center of this dilation is the origin. Now, they give us this exact graph. It doesn't have any lines on it. It doesn't have any XY axis on it. So let's draw some in. First of all, that should be our first order of business. So we'll draw in, go about halfway, roughly halfway, I guess we'll call it that, right? So we'll call that our y-axis, right? And then we'll go across, eyeball it about halfway, and we'll draw an x-axis so that we have a little something to work with. Okay, now we'll just start plotting the points. A is -1, 3, and I'll do all the before points in red. So -1, 3. -1, and then up 1, 2, 3. Hold on, sorry, let me get the right brush here. So -1, 1, 2, 3. Okay, that's the point A. Point B is 2, 0. So we go 1, 2, and then up 0. So right there, that's point B. Point C is 2, -1. So 1, 2, and then down 1. That is point C. And then D is -3, 2, 3, -1. Okay, so that is the point D. And this forms a quadrilateral, as you can see. Now, this dilation of 2, with the center of dilation being the origin, that basically says multiply all these coordinates by 2. So we have point A, which is -1, 3. This is before, and this is after. The image basically means after. So we take before times 2, and we end up with these after points. So that means A prime is going to be -2, 6. Okay, point B was 2, 0. So that means B prime is 4, 0. Okay, point C, we do the same exact thing. 2, -1, and C prime becomes 4, -2, and we're almost done. Point D is -3, -1, and that means D prime is going to be -6, -2. Okay, green won't really show up too well on this white background, so I'm going to use a shade of blue for all the points that are done after. And let's just start plotting those points. So -2, +6. We go back 1, 2, and we go up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's our point A prime. Okay. Point B is 4, 0. So instead of going out 2, we go, that's 2 more. So that's 4, 0. B prime. C prime is 4, -2. So we go 4. Instead of going down 1, we go down 2. That is C prime. And D is -6, -2. So we go back 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and then down 1, 2. And that's D prime. So there you have the new quadrilateral. All right. And I will see you in the next problem.